On October 31st, 2023, I quit my job to pursue YouTube full-time. The next day I was on a plane. I rented a car and headed out alone into the wilderness of Olympic National Forest. It turned out to be the adventure of a lifetime. I had 3 locations picked out. I was so excited to get to the first one. Unfortunately, an unexpected road closure canceled my plans. Luckily, I ran into a forest ranger, and she tipped me to a stellar location. I do some car camping that night, and then figure out my next move in the morning. Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This has been quite a day already. We'll talk more about that later. This is an absolutely beautiful spot. I am super lucky to have it. We're gonna have ourselves a nice car camping spot. I'm gonna put the tent back over here. Car will be right here. There is a beautiful waterfall nearby. There is a really pretty set of rapids right behind the camp. We're gonna go do a little bit of exploring later. I'm gonna get the tent set up here. I'm gonna get my fire going. We're gonna cook a good meal. I got some great local beers to drink. But before we do any of that, I gotta take a little nip off of the old banana flask. Woo! Goodness sakes. First time on the channel, first time ever trying it. That is Howler Head Whiskey Bourbon, and it's a banana flavored bourbon. It's not bad. Woo! All right, let's get set up. All right, I got this whole area to myself. Right in the middle here, we got a nice flat spot. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and set the tent up right in the middle there. Okay, so I just checked the time. Looks like we are running a little short on daylight here, which I kind of knew we were anyway. Before we lose all the daylight, I really want to get down there and do a quick little hike around and just show you guys some of the cool stuff that is around here. So let's do it real quick. There is a bit of a light little rain happening, super faint. That's what they get up here a lot, is this type of kind of misty, very light rain, I guess. Not super worried about it, but I got the rain jacket on, no reason to get drenched. So, okay, let's do it.
So I'm not positive if that's it. This isn't a trail I've had an opportunity to research. What I saw was really cool, but I think as we start to lose our light here, even though I do have a headlamp and I've got maps downloaded, plenty of, like, a full charge on the phone, I feel overall pretty safe. But there's no reason to tempt fate. I do enough of that as it is. Whew. So let's go back and get the fire started. Maybe crack into one of those beers everybody's been talking about, if you know what I'm saying. Might as well show you guys here. This is a local beer to where I'm at. Does all these different kinds of IPAs, so we're gonna go ahead and crack into one. This is Red Hook Storm Surge Hazy IPA. And that is not bad. That rain just keeps starting and stopping. I don't know what the heck is going on with it. It's gonna come and go. Not exactly the easiest thing for me to set up the tarp. I really don't have to have it. It would be convenient. I do have it with me, the trusty old tarp. But yeah, I got my rain gear. It's so light at this point, I don't think it's an issue. Plus, I got this. But I want to show you guys real quick what is just on the other side of this campsite. How cool is that? That is so cool. And then there's a tent right there. Just a few feet away from the campsite, right next to this forest road. Just a plethora of firewood here. Doggone it. I mean, you really hate to see stuff like this. That's unfortunate. Couldn't just take it with you. That's all right, because I will take it with me.
I was having a heck of a time keeping this fire going. I ended up having to start over. Eventually, I decided it needed an extra kick.
Woo! We are rocking and rolling.
Or so I thought. I processed some pieces of firewood to help my chances of keeping the fire going. And I had to start over yet again. I would have had an easier time had I done this from the beginning.
That was a very silly time to try to skip steps on fire building right in the middle of the rain like that. But yeah, I just batoned up some more wood and tossed it in. It's going strong now, so. Cheers. Always hits the spot. That is not bad. That does hit the spot. I got this from John over at Lost Lakes, and lots of people on YouTube are starting to do these naan pizzas. They're just good and they're easy. Nice comfort food. The long and short of the situation is that 2 days ago, I think, was my last day at work. The next day I was on a plane out here to Washington State, kind of planned activities for each day and place and what I was going to do. All of a sudden the road was blocked. I was 7 miles away. Lo and behold, a forest ranger pulls up. She's with her family going for a hike. She explains to me that I missed the deadline. I did not see this on the website, so I had to pull an audible. She actually told me this was a great spot to come to, and she wasn't wrong. It's an easy setup and a fun camp and a cool spot, and I appreciate it. That was very nice of her. So now I have to figure out a different game plan. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. This kind of throws my whole plans off, but that is okay, because I am in a nature's paradise right now. This is the most beautiful thing. I thought about staying right where I was because there was a hike to a waterfall. However, there was absolutely nowhere to camp. I would have had to create a campsite, and that would have meant chopping down live wood, and I really didn't want to do that. So I just hiked through it, got some footage. It was actually quite beautiful. Came on down here and made the most of this spot. So yeah, tomorrow I'll figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. Got some contingency plans, so we'll see what shakes out. At this stage, I am just kind of tired, still a little jet lagged. I'm gonna go ahead and let the fire die down, finish up my beer. I was definitely tempted to sleep in the car, because it would just be so easy, but I don't think I'd be able to lay down. This seat does lay down, but it's not long enough to accommodate me, so nothing wrong with sleeping in a tent. I've only done it 1,000 times at this point, so I'm gonna do all those things, and then I'll check back with you when I'm in the tent there. We'll get it figured out.
All right, everybody. Okay, there you are. I'm in the tent. Got my pillow, got my sleeping bag, got my sleeping pad, whole 9 yards here. So changed into some dry clothes. Yeah, I'm whooped. I gotta figure out a plan for tomorrow, so stay with me. It is gonna get exciting. Yeah. Anything interesting happens, I'll definitely film it and let you guys know. Otherwise, check back with you in the morning. Good night, everybody.
In the morning, I'd get camp torn down before enjoying a quick snack for breakfast. After which, I'd be headed to the next trailhead. Of course, stopping to take in some of the beautiful views along the way.
not super far from the trailhead now, and just stopped for a quick lunch. I mean, this is just off the side of the highway. Pretty cool.
Upon reaching the trailhead, I would continue on my journey. Later, I'd be joined by my buddy Rob. He'd mostly be helping out behind the camera. Three miles and 2,000 feet of elevation later, and we would finally reach the campsite. We'd have no idea how truly beautiful it was until the morning. Of course, I had to stop along the way for a toast.
There is definitely some kind of waterfall behind me. You can hear it plain as day. I can't see anything. I didn't see anything online about a waterfall, but gonna be up here for 2 days, so see if we can't find it. Whew, I am drenched. I'm sweating up a storm. It's absolutely ridiculous. Every time I stop, I start getting cold. Every time I start moving, I start sweating again. I mean, I don't know. Whew, this one really takes it out of you. I'm gonna have to get into better shape if I'm gonna be doing this full time. I am earning that campsite, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, so this is a absolutely beautiful trail so far. It's definitely some switchbacks and just an overall upward grade, but everything is covered in moss. There's ferns around, very well maintained trail, and all these little trickling waterfalls just spotted all over the place. It's really gorgeous. Just talked to a nice older couple who is in much better shape than I am and having a much faster trip of it than I am. Gave me a bunch of good information about where to go and things to see up here. So there's a beautiful lookout point. I'm gonna try to make it there before dark. And we'll see what happens. But good thing is I got a whole nother day to spend up here, so very excited. Woo! Oh, I'll check back with you guys in a bit. Oh man, right now I'm at this absolutely beautiful lookout point. It's pitch black dark, so you can't see it. I am missing a ton of really pretty kind of geological stuff and just interesting things to see. So I'm either gonna come back down tomorrow and get some shots of everything just so you guys can see what the rest of the trail looks like, or I'll do a montage on the way out when I'm finished. So and just show you guys some highlights. So either way, stay tuned for that. You're gonna see the rest of what's in the darkness here, but for now we gotta get to the campsite. Woo. I need to be very careful because this is, I'll be honest, this is a little on the dangerous side, but I'm being exceptionally careful, I promise, honey. And right on cue, there's the rain. Yeah, you gotta love it. picked up, but underneath this tree, it's actually not too bad. You can't even feel anything pretty much, so I got the pack under there. We're pretty much good to go. This is the very first campsite I came across. Honestly, it's not exactly ideal, but it's gonna work. Turn that off so I don't bind you guys. I'm gonna run a tarp between these two trees, just so I got a place to sit and relax and cook dinner. And yeah, I'll get back with you guys once everything's set up, because it's a little bit of a precarious situation here. Hey there. Okay, so I did get my tarp set up. It's a bit of a puddle forming under here. Kind of what happens when you show up to a campsite where you're not familiar with, you don't have a lay of the land, and it's dark and you don't know what's going on. So trying to make the best of it. It's not that bad, but it's a little bit of a puddle. So whew, I got to think for a minute, plan my next move, and then get back with you guys in a little bit. Okay, it's the best filming situation we're going to get here. I am in the tent. Buddy Rob has joined me. Rob, say hi.
Hi.
He is in his tent over there. I got some footage of the outside, so I'll go ahead and insert that in now. But basically that's our setup, and that's what we're working with for the night. He was behind me because he had to work today. So he did most of this hike in the dark and in the rain. It was only in the dark and rain at the latter portion for myself. It still has not been a picnic, I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna get the sleeping mat set up and the sleeping bag unrolled and get into some dry clothes. And then I'll check with you guys when I'm about to hit the hay here and go ahead and sign off for you for the night. We still got all day tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Oh. There's the boots right inside the vestibule there. Good night, Rob.
Good night.
Woo. In the tent here. Got my pillow. Trying out a new sleeping mat. I'll talk to you guys about that another time. Got my sleeping bag here. Got my puffy coat on me just in case it gets cold. There's the camera lens. There it is. Okay. We had nuts and beef jerky for dinner. Sorry I didn't film more of it, but it was kind of a little bit of a nightmare scenario getting everything situated. I'll talk to you more about it tomorrow, but I am 100% energy zapped and I've got to hit the hay. So I'll catch back with you guys in the morning. Anything crazy happens, of course, you know, I'll always film it. Otherwise, catch you guys in the morning. Good night.
Good morning, everybody. Rain doesn't seem to be letting up. I'm gonna try to at least get up and get something to eat. That means I gotta change back into the wet clothes that haven't dried and out of these nice warm clothes. But gonna try to make something out of the day here, so at least I gotta get something to eat. Check back with you guys when I'm outside of the tent, because this is a tight squeeze and it's going to be a little tricky here.
Okay, now I've got to show you guys this stuff.
We had no idea that this view was right there. That is crazy.
So up at the top here, I mean, this thing just keeps on going. It's just some kind of stream that just goes back up in there. Well, let's follow it. So that stream comes from back up over there. I think it even goes further than that. Comes all the way down here, all the way out there,
meanders all the way down, and then lets down in our campsite.
I'll fish for a minute, you know, when I get up and going. I'll probably try to fish. I'll see how easy it is, if it's even worth it. Boom. You want some tea? I get a bunch. I usually make double strong tea bag.
Is caffeinated?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob was nice enough to make me some tea. He's got a jet boil over there like a real professional. And I'm messing around with this alcohol stove. I don't know if it's gonna work out for me exactly the way I thought. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle, so I might have to borrow his dealie over there, but Rob was enough to make me some double caffeinated.
You got it, buddy.
All right, some double caffeinated tea for the morning. Oh man, yeah, that's good. That is good stuff. Fortune is smiling on us a bit here. Oh my goodness sake. Sun is poking out. It's actually starting to warm up a little bit. Getting a chance to dry off. Even if it doesn't hold up for us, we'll appreciate it while it's here. Oh, this little guy here is called a rose hip. And this is supposed to be edible. Rob informed me on this. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. It's not great. Tastes like I'm eating like a flower. Tastes like I'm eating like a big bunch of leaves or something. It's a bit sour.
I can't believe you fell for that.
Oh, I think we spoke a little too soon on the old rain there. It seems to be coming back in. Don't want to get any wetter than we were. That's great. I went ahead and used Rob's jet boil. That alcohol stove was just not cutting it. Woo! How pretty is that? Oh my God. Wow. It's really starting to warm up pretty decently. I got my boots and socks over in the sun. I do have a spare set of socks but I'm saving those to sleep in. Rob and I have just been chilling out, drinking some coffee, having some breakfast, chit-chatting, catching up on old times and everything. And yes, I don't know what we're gonna do from here. We're kind of game planning it out. There's a lot of options, and definitely get back with you guys in a bit and let you know what we're getting into here. In a huge dramatic turn of events, we have blue skies, we have some light clouds. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. This is not the prediction for today. It was supposed to rain nonstop. We'll take it. All right, we're gonna go do ourselves a little hike. That's what we decided. We're gonna take lunch up there, have a little snack. But apparently there is a viewpoint overlook thing, and we're gonna try to find it, and we'll film it and show it to you guys. So, but before I do that, I have a blister on my foot, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. Woo. Doesn't look too bad.
It's like this times 10.
Yeah.
Where you're going, and like if you go to the hoe.
That's so cool.
It's gonna look like I did everything and you did nothing in the video.
Off camera, I can like yell words of encouragement. Cut right through it, Sam. Push yourself past the max. Wow, good job.
It's so nice to have your words of affirming wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Mrs. Banana's chili, rehydrated, cheese, green onions, and a Taco Bell hot sauce. Can't go wrong. Thanks, babe. Ooh, it's a beautiful night. Rob and I are gonna walk on over to the lake and see if we can do some little night photography here.
Hold on. Go stand where you're gonna stand.
You're out of focus. There we go. Perfect.
Rob was nice enough to hook us up with a Snickers bar for dessert, so we're both having Snickers. Cheers, Rob.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Eat all of that. You don't want to store that in your tent in bear country, buddy.
Num num num.
Yeah, there we go.
Woo!
Really enjoy it.
I'm trying hard.
Cool, man.
Oh, I'm gonna crack into this Storm Surge Hazy IPA because we definitely want this gone as we hike out tomorrow. We want as little weight as possible, so we've eaten as much food as we could, and I had 3 of those chili burritos. Good stuff. We got a little mouse running around here. I keep trying to capture it. I don't know. I'm hopefully able to get our little friend on camera here, but I had my tortillas sitting here, and the little sucker came up around the back, jumped on here while we weren't looking, chewed through the bag, and took a little bit of bite out of that tortilla. So that's all junk now. I'm not going to eat after that. But yeah, so I mean, he's an aggressive little fella. Yeah. Cheers. Do you see him? Oh, we're gonna have 8,000 videos of trying to catch this freaking mouse. Okay, made short work out of that first one. Got a second beer here. Red Hook Long Hammer IPA. Yeah, good stuff.
Getcha.
Did I get him?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, you got one. There's another one.
Where'd he go? He's gone. Oh my God, there's a bunch of them. Is it mating season or something?
No, they're just, it's the forest.
He is just staring right at me. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to scare him.
So we are in bear country here, trying to be as safe as possible. Hopefully this is a good hang here. We're gonna get the food and every trash and everything up into the tree, and then we'll get it down in the morning here. I think that should be pretty good. It's up there. Hopefully that bear doesn't try to climb out on that limb like that, but it's pretty slim, so I think it's a pretty good move.
All right, everybody. I got my pillow tucked in the sleeping bag. Boots are outside of the tent there. Rob and I had a nice night hanging out, looking at the silhouette of the mountain. Been a wonderful trip. This is our last night, and then tomorrow we'll be packing up and heading out. So I'm gonna enjoy a nice night here, nice sleep. Anything crazy happens, I'll definitely film it for you guys, but otherwise I will I'll check back with you in the morning. Good night, everybody.
Oh, for breakfast this morning, I'm just doing a bar. Rob's doing a bar too. A little piece of beef jerky. And we're gonna pack up and head on out of here. Rob's gotta go back to work. And I got one more night of camping. But I gotta move to a new spot. So after this, we'll head on out of here and I'll get you those shots that I promised on the way in. That's crazy, there's just a cloud right there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a cloud.
yeah, it's a cloud.
It's a wild hike out, but definitely got some gorgeous views. And yeah, as promised, I'm going to show it to you. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
From here, Rob and I headed into town. We stopped at a local pub where I got myself some fish and chips and a local beer to help me recharge. It was getting late in the day, and I knew I'd need a place to car camp for the night. Before heading home, Rob offered to show me a spot that he was familiar with. It didn't fail to disappoint.
So this is where Rob left me. This is a killer spot. Yeah, the only problem is I'm running into a lot of problems actually. Let's put some light on me here. I got some issues with charging some of my equipment, and I'm not gonna be able to make a video unless I can get that fixed. My stuff's soaking wet. I got about a half an hour of daylight left, so I can't really make a video here like that. So it was beautiful to check it out, but I think I'm gonna go into town, get on the internet and get some stuff figured out. And then I'm gonna probably try to squeeze one more backpacking trip in here, I think, so.
After this, I headed back into town. I was delighted to learn that my technical issues were easily solved. Now I needed to find a place to sleep for the night.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm headed to one last campsite, YouTube stuff before Mrs. Bananas gets to the area where I'm in, Seattle, Washington kind of area, Olympic Peninsula. So I'm gonna camp inside of the car. I'm definitely not getting out and setting up the rain because this feels super sketchy where I'm at. But I'm gonna camp out here. I'm gonna probably eat mostly like snacks and stuff for dinner, and pass out. So I'll at least show you guys what the camping setup is when I get it all set and done, and sign off for you guys for the night, and then we'll check back in the morning. All right, stay tuned. All right, well, this is basically home for the night. I'm on a weird, crazy off-road. It's raining like crazy. Been raining mostly that whole trip except for that one nice day that Rob and I had. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat some snacks. I actually think I'm gonna do a little salami wrap dealy for dinner, and then tomorrow I've got some sights to see, and I'm gonna do an overnight camp. I got it figured out. I'm gonna do one last overnight camp on this trip before Mrs. Banana joins me. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. You all mean the world to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, I have some dinner. I'm gonna hit the hay.
The next morning, I would continue to the trailhead. On my way, I would see what was undoubtedly the most bizarre thing of the entire trip. This bizarre phenomenon is caused by seasonal flooding in the area that occurs at the same time that the salmon are spawning. They literally swim across fields and roads, instinctively pushing against the current.
All right, everybody, I'm at the trailhead. This is my last camp before Mrs. Bananas shows up and we go off and have a vacation on our own. I did have a really weird thing happen where I was sleeping in the car. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on camera, but it was pretty bizarre. I was just sleeping at, like, I don't know where it was. It was like a big turnout point, but this lifted truck kept coming by and just slowly creeping by like that, and then pulled around behind me and then just sat there forever, for a super long time, and then would drive away and would drive away like so slow, and then turn around and come back the exact same way. And I thought maybe it was like law enforcement or a forest ranger or someone like that, because I was on a forest road. They shined a flashlight over to my car. They pulled really close, but they never stopped and rolled the window down or approached me. I got freaked out, so I just climbed up here and drove away. And I've been up since then. That was about 4:30, so I got 5 or 6 hours of sleep, so it wasn't too terrible. Yeah, I've just been up since then, and it was really bizarre. When I drove out and I drove past them, I could tell, once I got my headlights on them, I could tell that it was not any type of law. It was a private citizen of some kind, so I don't know what they were doing. Maybe I was on private property. That's a possibility, so I don't know. But I'm way far away from that now. I'm out here at the trailhead, all packed up, ready to head in. I've already gone in and did the loop. It was only 2 miles, so not too bad. There's only one campsite in this area. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna get set up, and then I'm gonna do the loop again, because of course I didn't film it, because that would have made life a lot easier if I would have done that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get in there, get set up, and then we'll go ahead and do a hike around the lake so that you can see all the different views and little waterfalls and cool stuff that's back in there. Cool.
Oh, all right, let's get camp set up. This seems to be the good spot right here. I'm gonna string a tarp through here. I'm gonna do the tent underneath that. Yeah, that'll do it. On my tent stakes. Still gotta get my campfire going and cook up my camp meal. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys around tonight because I'm losing light. I'll try to see if we can squeeze in a little tour of the whole trail tomorrow. I'll get this one piece back to camp here, and there's no way we're going to need more than this. We'll be set for the night. Woo! Oh yeah. I broke the tripod, knocking it over as I was walking past with an armful of wood. Luckily, I do have a spare. The spare is basically like a selfie stick that has a tripod on the end of it, so it's not great, but it'll definitely get us through in a pinch. You got to work with what you got. Life happens sometimes. Woo, okay.
let's get that fire going.
Hello. Hello.
That was about the hardest time I've ever had starting a fire. Oh, you can see it's pitch black, dark now. It took me well over an hour to get that going. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to stick around, if I wasn't gonna be able to get it going, but I am pretty sure we are rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna dump some more bigger pieces on top of this and just keep the sucker rolling, because I do not want to have to go through that again. Woo.
Hello. Hello.
This is where an axe would come in handy, or a hatchet. Oh. Okay. Whew. Pretty happy with that. Woo. Okay. I know some people complained about the flip-flops in a previous video. Some people are weird about seeing your feet, I guess, but you're gonna have to deal with it. I'm getting like a good pair of camp shoes, like some Crocs or something. It's definitely on the list. I'm gonna try to remember to do that soon. Whew, I think that calls for a celebration. Rain is super, super light too. But yeah, my boots are just soaked through. So at least now they're getting some air. My feetsies. Cheers. Man, look at that smoke coming off of me. My rain's definitely coming back in. No question about that. That water is like crystal clear. I'm not going to filter it, I don't think, because I don't think there's a lot of sediment in there. I just need to kill bacteria and stuff. So I'm just going to give it a nice long boil. And then I'm going to use it to make my camp dinner. Ooh. Whew. That rain seems to come and go. It's a bit heavy at the moment. I'm going to give it a minute and see if it chills out. I've been getting rained on for like 4 or 5 days straight. I'm just gonna relax under the tarp for a little bit.
This is much needed. Yes, sir. Super easy, super simple. This used to be like a go-to, but haven't had it in quite some time. Basic mac and cheese is just so good, so easy. Look at the steam coming off of my clothes. Soaked to the bone. Well, I'd say that's a day well done. I'm gonna enjoy this fire. I gotta go hang my food bag still. I am in bear territory. And yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay. Anything crazy happens, I'll definitely film it. Otherwise, check back with you in the morning. Good night, everybody.
Morning, everybody. It's actually a great sleep in the tent. I just heard the rain popping off the tent a little bit and the tarp above, and it was just a great it was a great sleep. Very peaceful. Whew. But yeah, it's time to get up and at 'em. Ever since the first day, my feet have been wet. My boots got wet. I haven't been able to dry them out. That's what happens when you camp in non-stop rain, basically. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be back here to make more videos. So hopefully I'll be back, soon. But I definitely want to show you guys what's up, and I told you guys I'd take you around the loop and see the sights, and that's what we're gonna do. So come on, let's do it. Most of the time when you're looking out on the trail, it's very pretty, but when you look towards the lake, it looks like this. So you can't really see those mountains, and you can't see the lake and stuff, but it'll kind of poke out on you sometimes, and then you'll get views like this. Ooh. It's a big tree.
Over on this side, we're actually doing switchbacks and getting a little bit of elevation going this way. I'm on the opposite side of the lake than where I camped right now. Accidentally left my knife a little too close to the fire last night. So if you're wondering how far that tang goes down, definitely take that with us.
All right, everybody. Oh, this has been a wonderful camp. I'm heading out of here now. Going to pick up Mrs. Bananas from the airport. We got a whole week-long vacation that we're going to do. We're going to have a little travel vlog for that over on Patreon if you're interested. I know everybody can't do it or doesn't want to, and that's totally fine too. That's what these 3 videos that I made for you guys are all about. So, yeah. At any rate, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Genuinely, I mean that. Every one of you who watched the video makes it possible that I can do this for a living. And that is something that's really special to me. It means a lot. If you liked the video and you like what you saw, I would appreciate it if you would click that banana. And we're going to catch you on the next one, everybody. Bye now.